Hey, hey. Welcome everybody to Miss Glow's Kitchen, where there's sugar, spice, and everything nice, where we slice, dice, and entice, using everything we can, from peppers to allspice. What's up, my people? Y'all know what time it is? See y'all in the kitchen. Jerk chicken and steak burrito on the menu today. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, so let's get to it. My pan is already hot. I got some oil in it now. To this pan, you want to add chopped up chicken thighs. It's been marinating overnight in jerk marinades. Get yourself some jerk seasoning, jerk sauce, jerk marinade. Just make sure your chicken gets that flavor all up in it. So as I said, this is a jerk chicken and steak burrito. The chicken is jerked. The steak is cooked with regular seasoning, so I didn't jerk the steak too, but you can if you want to. Before we go any further, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to, and share the video, family, friends, whoever you like. Thank you, I appreciate it. Anyway, back to the chicken. So, just gonna brown this chicken. We're gonna let it go until it's done. You wanna make sure you don't leave your chicken half done. It's salmonella, we don't wanna get sick. So make sure your chicken is cooked thoroughly. Let it go. Now, you can use any kind of jerk seasoning you want to, and as I said a second ago, if you want to put jerk seasoning on your steak, then you can do that overnight as well. But I didn't want the burrito to be so spicy, so I jerked the chicken and not the steak. So I'll let this go, stir it around. Now, meanwhile, this chicken is going. You do want to get your tortillas, your cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, anything else that you're going to put in your burrito. You want to have it ready and set up so that once your chicken is done and then your steak is done, you'll let it cool slightly, not too much, but enough so it won't burn your hands while you're rolling that burrito. But as soon as it cools off, then you want to make sure you're ready to assemble. So you don't want to waste a lot of time. You don't want your meat to get cold. That's not what we want to do. So here we've let the chicken go for a little bit. Now it's ready, and that's exactly what we want. Now what's going to happen here is you're going to take this chicken and you're going to drain it off that juice. That's fine. You're going to drain that because you're not going to need the juice, so you just need the chicken and all the good flavor that's on it. But you can see all those little bits of flavor all over it right there. So that's good. That's going to work out. And we'll move on now to the steak. All right, on to the steak now. As I said, I didn't jerk the steak, so here I'm going to list the ingredients that I am going to put in the steak. So you can put whatever ingredients you want to, whatever ingredients you normally put. But I do not recommend for this recipe, I do not recommend using a taco seasoning, a packet of taco seasoning. It does not go, and I don't think it's going to taste good, but if you want to try it, hey, be my guest, try it. But here's what I put: seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, Sazon seasoning, some accent, and some freshly chopped onions. You can use the dried onions if you like. It's all up to you. Just as long as you get some flavor in here, and as much flavor in here as you can. So now we're going to get all the seasonings in, and then you want to get the steak browned. It's going to brown pretty quickly. It's not cut very thick or not cut very big. So if you can see the pieces there, it's been chopped up. So this means that it's going to cook in no more than 10 to 15 minutes. This is going to be ready. So you want to be ready to let this cool off and assemble. Look at that. It's beautiful and it smells good too. So just wait until you do this. You're going to love it. All right, on to the assembly part now. So I have the burrito shells, the flour burrito shells. So I have the medium size ones. Use whatever size you want to. So what happens here? Look at that. All right, I learned to roll these perfectly, courtesy of my nephew Vaughn. Shout out to my nephew for teaching me something, baby. We can always learn, right? Now look at that. Got that steak, got that chicken. You can put anything you want to put right here. It's up to you what you like in your burritos. You can even put rice. So rice would be good. Look at all that cheese. I like mine cheesy, so I put cheese all over it. I know what I like. I know what I like. All right. Tomatoes. Get some tomatoes in there if you like. That's what I like. That's what I like. Yeah, tomatoes. Sour cream. Sour cream. Look at that. Put some jalapenos in here too, bump up the flavor. Look at that perfect folding. Ha! He'll be proud of me. Look at that, baby. All right, put some ingredients in there. Now fold your shell in there. Watch it, I'm using all my fingers. Use all your fingers. Want a perfectly rolled burrito? Trust me, use them all. Look at that. Ah, perfect. Rolled in there tightly. Full of goodness, baby. All that cheese and meat up in there. Can't wait. Now, we're going over to the stove. So we're going to lightly grease the griddle part of the stove, and we're going to put this burrito on here and brown it. Trust me. Gives it a whole new depth of flavor when you brown it like this. So don't skip this part. This is going to make it even better. And trust me when I tell you, you want to brown it, and that's why I'm going to show you right here. Because when you brown it, you want to brown it on all sides. Don't forget those sides. Now, you know the body of the burrito right there. We're going to do all sides on the body of the burrito. But you want to make sure that those two ends, if you stand that burrito up, hold it tightly with the tongs, but stand it up and actually brown those sides. So here I forgot to turn the griddle on, so I had to wait for it to get a little bit hot so I can brown it but not burn it. So again, this is one of those situations. You're not sure with this burrito, turn it, don't burn it. You don't want to burn it. So you want to make sure it's nice and crispy on the outside, but it's so good. So if you've never tried this before, then you can brown it. And the other thing you can do with these burritos is if you want to make it a suiza, what they call a suiza, you can put, after you brown it here, you can put cheese on it and let the cheese melt on top of it. Got you a burrito suiza. I believe that's how it's pronounced. But anyway, I'm telling you, you can put cheese on top of here. Even more cheese. Baby, this is good. So now you can see that I browned it. I browned the part where we close it. I browned that side first because I want to hold the burrito. I want everything to stay inside. I don't want it to come apart. So it helps to hold it with the tongs, but you don't want to squeeze it either. It's not necessary to squeeze it. Just hold it firmly and just make sure your burrito doesn't open and all your ingredients spilling out all over everywhere. It doesn't take long to brown it because this is a flour tortilla, so check that out. It's not taking that long at all, but you want to brown every side. And that raw flour taste, isn't that great? Not to me anyway. So I'd rather have mine like this. Here we go. Stand it up. Wait till I flip it over and you'll see. Brown to perfection, darling. Easy. Does not take that long. You don't have to have a griddle to do this. You can do this right in a pan. Same thing, lightly grease it. Don't put too much oil in there. You don't want to do that. So you just want to brown it, fry it up a little bit. So you don't want it immersed down in oil. Frying, not necessarily deep fry. You don't want to do that. It's not necessary. The flavor is going to be good just off this. Look at that. That's why I said turn this as many times as you need to turn it. Just make sure you don't burn it. All right, have a look at that. That is going to be so good. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. All right, here's the burrito. Here's what it looks like when it's completely browned on all sides. Take a look at that right on the griddle. And this is what it looks like when it's cut in half on a plate. All right, y'all. Enjoy this. Thanks for watching Savory Spices. See y'all next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.